one of the largest private equity investors in the world, running over $20 billion, Frank Brown of General Atlantic. Thank you so much for joining us here in Davos.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. Good to be here.
We met last year and we were talking about networking last year. This year I'm going to talk about the fact that many describe Davos as speed dating. A lot of fun, but no real commitment. Are you actually getting work done?
You know, I think we do have a lot of substantive bilateral meetings, and a lot of networking goes on at events where there is an opportunity to say more than a hello. And I think a lot of business actually does get done, and relationships get built and capitalized on later. So I think there is substance behind it.
Frank, in your business, which has grown, I noticed, from $17 billion to $20 billion in just 1 year itself, that's a tremendous increase. So have things improved in economic sentiment? Is it the developed world which is driving it, or the emerging markets?
It's really across the board, and I would say our portfolio performed extremely well last year. The market value of the companies we've invested in increased 28%. So really phenomenal performance by all the great entrepreneurs that we've invested in, and we like to think we have a little something to do with it, but all credit to them. And I would say it's really across the world.
I'm sure those companies give you that due credit, but the world seems to suggest right now that we're in a safe place. Stock markets are at record highs. Real estate prices are recovering furiously, in fact, are at peaks in many countries now. Do you feel that good times are here to continue?
You know, it's always hard to say, and we're really not macro investors. So while we pay attention to the macro, we're really looking for great companies, great management teams, great entrepreneurs, and that's where we place our focus. So if we have a good economic environment, that's important, but it's not the be-all and end-all for us. So we're a little bit different in that regard. We also invest globally. So in any given year, we put money to work in probably 4 continents, if not more. So it's a very diversified strategy, and again, it's investing in great companies and great people.
You have a lot of investments in India, but how much more money are you going to pump in 2014, and where?
You know, it's really hard to say. Again, we have a global pool of capital, and we have no incentive to invest one place or the other. So the best deal wins when it comes to the investment committee. So it's really hard for us to predict where we're going to invest and where we're going to find the great company. Hopefully, we just invested in A&D in India last year. Perhaps we'll find another one. We'll see.
And what about the current investments? Which are the ones that you're happiest about in India?
Well, I would say we're really pleased about A&D. It's off to a terrific start. IHS is a good investment. We exited Hexaware last year. We exited Genpact, which was a terrific investment over the last couple of years. So we've had some good success in India.
A lot of foreign investors that I'm speaking to here in Davos seem to suggest that elections is the crucial factor in the government that comes out of it. What is your opinion about the mandate that India will deliver?
Yeah, I think finance. I know the finance minister is here. The currency and what happens with the election is crucial. But again, I go back in A&D. We invested in a great entrepreneur in Anita Dongre, and we're really pleased about that. And that's really what our business is, in identifying great young entrepreneurs with great ideas and great business models, and we help them take it to the next level.
I'm going to ask you to put on the hat of Dean of INSEAD, which you were for a long time.
Right.
And I'm sure many of your graduates are around us here in Davos. What is the advice that you would give to those new graduates or people aspiring to come in and possibly attend Davos in the next few years?
Well, I always tell people to get out of your comfort zone, and I think people that go to INSEAD speak multiple languages. They're very oriented towards travel, towards having different experiences, and so I tell people to take a shot at something new. Do something that you really inspires you, is really interesting. A lot of people do take an entrepreneurial path after graduating from INSEAD, and I think that's terrific. But I also think that a lot of really smart young people joining established organizations and having an impact, speaking up for what they've learned, what they believe in, and where they want to take a business, I think is really important to the future of business in general.
And the future of the globe in general right now, if I have to ask you about certain risks which now seem to be off the table, because we were talking about the Eurozone crisis in recent years, that is obviously in a much better shape. We were talking about the Fed tapering, which happened, but not given that kind of reaction, and the budget problems in the United States, which also seem to be under control. So to your mind, is the market on a great path now for the next few years?
Look, the market is on a great path right now, but we're always, just one shocking event away from people getting really concerned again. And so obviously now there's lots of noise about Sochi, and is the Olympics going to be safe? I hope it is, and I hope we have a great result there, as we did in 2012 in London. I think that's really important. I think the World Cup in Brazil is really important. Events like this tend to drive the mood, and so I think we're still, as I said, one shock away from concern. Right now, things look good and people are happy, and let's hope it stays that way.
But fundraising is not a problem, and low interest rates are here to stay for a while?
I think low interest rates are here to stay for a while, absolutely. I think the Fed is what drives that, and I think the transition there will be good. We have one pool of capital. We have managed accounts as opposed to a fund. So on the one hand, we're never fundraising. On the other hand, we're always fundraising, but we're always interested in meeting families and institutions that have a long-term outlook like we do, and want to invest their capital with us.
And do a lot of people express interest in India specifically as a country, or has that waned over the last couple of years?
I think people that invest with us are really looking at global exposure. So it's not India per se, it's China. We're invested in Turkey. We found a really interesting company in Turkey. We invest a lot in South America. We found really interesting companies in mainland Europe. In the continent that we're really excited about, and certainly good business models in the U.S. So we're very, very diversified, and I think people that invest with us, that's what they're looking for.
All right, good luck with the business, and I don't think you need any of that.
Thank
because
you.
You seem to be doing absolutely fine.
We always need luck, and we thank you for that, and same to you, and we'll see you next year.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
Enjoy the summit.
Thank you.